We're in Thailand's deep south, but life doesn't get more peaceful than this. Welcome to Wetland Camp, a traditional Thai-style resort on the shores of Tali Noi in the southern province of Phatthalung. It's so quiet. All you can hear is the chirping of a few crickets and some music. But it's not karaoke, it's bird song, because this is Thailand's biggest bird sanctuary. Dawn breaks over Thalee Noi Lake. First light illuminates what appears to be an alien landscape. These bizarre shapes are actually fishing apparatus. The technology is primitive but effective, ensnaring a smorgasbord of small fish and giant shrimp using a seesaw technique called Yok-Yoh, or lift the net. But we're not after the fish, we are cruising for birds in our rickety long-tail boat, threading our way through the reeds, bulrushes and millions of lotus flowers into the heart of this pristine 450 square kilometre wetlands. Now this is not a golf course, it's an ecologically vital wetland. And if you're wondering why the lawns are so carefully manicured, that's thanks to the buffalo, who roam around the area during the day and come back to their pens at night. The buffalo play an important part in the ecosystem, constantly treading fresh channels through the swamplands. They also turn up all sorts of tasty insects, so they've always got a few birds for company. And there are plenty of birds to keep them company. It's hard to believe, but right now I am standing in a tourist hotspot. There are hundreds and thousands of tourists come here every year, and all of them are birds. There are 187 species of them, and they fly in from all around the world, from Vietnam, from China, and even as far away as Siberia. Why do they come here? Here's one of the reasons. So this is where it all begins for these three chicks-to-be. Some of the 100,000 birds here are indigenous, they're locals, while others are on their way to Sumatra or Australia. Look, there's a red kite. You can also find herons and storks, including yellow bitterns and great egrets. If you're lucky, you'll come across a lesser whistling duck or a cotton pygmy goose. And there are water and moor hens, cormorants and kingfishers. But whether you're an avid bird watcher or not, the Thalee Noi Lake is a truly tranquil place to enjoy a tropical sunset. The following day, we head through the palm oil and rubber plantations in search of a higher energy kind of recreation. Another peaceful place in Thailand's deep south. A giant reservoir that sits astride the intersection of three provinces, Trang, Nakhon Si Thammarat and Phatthalung. It's also the start of the Hoi Nam Sai River, which flows down to the Gulf of Thailand through some of the world's most beautiful countryside. So what more leisurely way to admire it than by rafting the Whitewater?
Well, I had some thrills and I had some spills, and I lived to tell the tale. Most fun thing about this was seeing the smiles on the faces of the kids I came down the river with. These are all Muslim children from Yala and Narati Wat, and the kids are the ones who suffer the most from the violence and the fear of violence in the war-torn deep south of Thailand. So it was just great to see him have such a good time.